President Zelensky makes his first trip to the south of Ukraine as his forces mount a slow-moving advance in the region. Boris Johnson has warned that people should steel themselves for a long war in Ukraine, saying that Russia will not stop at dismembering the country.
The Prime Minister's remarks echoed comments made by the NATO Secretary-General, who said the conflict could last for years. Well, we can speak now to our correspondent Joe Inwood, who's in Irpin, that's just outside Kyiv. Joe, good morning to you. And it is rather a grim assessment this morning about the future of this war.
Yeah, absolutely. There does seem to be a consensus now, clear messaging from all the Western powers. They don't expect this war to be over anytime soon. And you can look to the east of the country, to Severodonetsk, where this fighting is grinding on, very attritional, very slow, and you can see why. What we're getting, the message we're getting, is that you need to have consistent support, and it's not just military support, but economic support, financial support, diplomatic support, to make sure that the Ukrainians can keep on fighting. Now, this morning I've come to the town of Irpin. This is a site I'm sure many people will recognise, this bridge to the town just on the outskirts of Kyiv that was massively damaged, destroyed in the opening months of the war. And they reckon $1 billion of damage was done here. And that's the sort of issue they talk about when they talk about the long-term support that's needed. The rebuilding of this place is going to take years, and it is going to cost a huge amount of money. And now, at the moment, with the war continuing and the economic blockade, it's money that the Ukrainians don't have. Now, the other reason we're here today is because the EU Special Representative for Human Rights, Eamon Gilmore, is going to be visiting. And that's the strange thing about this conflict, is that while it's continuing, we're already seeing these war crimes investigations taking place, and he's coming here for himself to see a site where some of the worst alleged atrocities happened.
Thousands of families who fled the war in Ukraine are making new lives in the UK. One of the biggest adjustments is for children.
Other phones are available.
Other phones are available, yeah. It is much better phones as well. It's 7:50 now. Thousands of families who fled the war in Ukraine are making new lives in the UK. One of the biggest adjustments is for children starting school.
Yeah, the challenge, of course, is for teachers to make sure those young refugees who've been through so much trauma and hardship can take part in lessons and make friends, as Bryony Leyland now reports.
Star.
Learning to start again. Orla is now side by side other 7-year-olds at Merley First School. Just a few weeks ago, she was sheltering in a bunker with her older sister and her mother in Cherniv in Ukraine.
Our town is broken, so very scared.
Turtle.
Good job.
As Orla begins to settle in, her mother has found a new friend in Masha, another newly arrived Ukrainian.
So Anna said she's just calm because the children are at school at the moment.
She feels calm.
Yeah.
Masha fled Kyiv with her British husband and their sons in March. Their good English has helped Chris and John to adjust, and she's grateful for the welcome they've received.
When Christopher came first time, lots of children approached him and gave him pictures and like, Christopher, welcome to our school. A couple children made like a special Ukrainian flag. They're like, you're a hero, you're from Ukraine, welcome. It's just good to have this routine for them. Go to school, do lots of interesting stuff here, make some friends. It's just more like normal.
I feel more safe in England than in Ukraine.
With his new friend Annabelle, Chris has enjoyed the activities the school offers.
Pond dipping and firelighting, and we sometimes do marshmallows on the fire. Yeah, that's fun.
You can play with him and talk to him and things like that. Yeah, you've lots of friends at this school.
Fish? The head teacher says they assess the needs of each child, both academically and socially.
Giving them opportunities to develop friendships, so giving them some additional pastoral care in the school, and being sensitive to their situation and some of the traumas that they've been through as well. Not separating them, not making them different, but including them and just giving them a bit of time when they need it.
When it comes to finding spaces for children in school, like Chris's brother John, it's easier in some areas than others. But the council says it's confident it can accommodate everyone.
We've got capacity in our school system across Bournemouth, Christchurch and Poole. We've had 127 applications so far. About 30 of those are still waiting for spaces. Some of those are very recent applications and some of those are children who will be starting school in September.
New beginnings and a new normal for the pupils receiving a very warm welcome.
Bryony Leyland reporting there.
Amazing, incredible to think what those families have been through and being welcomed in those communities.